So you want to learn how to knit in one day. This little scarf is the exact project you should start with. A scarf is a perfect project for learning how to knit because it uses only one stitch. Seriously, 99.9% of this scarf is only one stitch. Today I'm going to show you how to knit this adorable little scarf for your little one, or maybe for a present, step by step, even if you have never touched knitting needles in your entire life. So stay with me, and by the end of this video you will know exactly how to make this yourself. Let's get started. Okay, here are the materials you're gonna need. I picked this beautiful bamboo yarn by Loops and Threads. If you care about the composition, which I normally do, this one is almost half acrylic and half bamboo. It's better than all acrylic. I like to use natural yarn. And what you will see here is a recommended size of the needles. So I have here size 4.5 of my needles. I have mine as circular needles just because this end is pretty short, but you can use just regular needles that are a bit longer. And also my yarn is medium, so it's not going to be a chunky knit. It's going to be a medium size. And then also there are some calculations here to pay attention to. Now I want my scarf to be about 20 centimeters because it's a child's scarf. So what we need is to read the sizing over here. So this says that in a 10 by 10 square we need 18 stitches for the bottom, for the width, and 25 rows. I don't care about rows that much. I care about the width because rows you and I can adjust at any time, can make more, can make less, but 18 stitches is basically sets the width of our scarf. Okay, so I said my scarf is going to be around 20 centimeters. So a rule of thumb is to measure the yarn about three-fold, and just give it a little bit more. This is how much we're going to need for the cast on. So this is going to be our loose end, and this is the yarn end. Okay, so we can put this aside now. Okay, so this is the loose end, this is the yarn end. Just loop it through your fingers like this. Now move the top, grab the bottom, and then go through your index finger like this. The first one is the hardest, but if you got it, that's it. You got it. We just are looking for a little loop here to anchor us. The rest is much easier. So you have your loop like this, you have your yarn on your fingers, and you go through your thumb, through your index, like this, slowly. Thumb in between, index in between, like this. Again. First, the cast on row is pretty hard to get for beginners, but it's okay, just do it slowly. So you have your yarn like this, you just go under, or over, and back through. Okay, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 15. Okay, so remember how in our yarn we wanted to make it 20 centimeters, and then we read then in 10 centimeters there's 18 stitches, so we just made 10 centimeters, so we need 18 more stitches for it to become 20 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost out of yarn, 17, and last one, 18. Okay, so our cast on is done. So I'm going to pull out one of my needles, and this is probably the hardest part already done. And we're gonna start doing our knit stitch the easiest way. I'll show you. Okay, so we have our cast on, and now what we're going to do is your yarn ball yarn is on this side, your loose end is on this side. Okay, so the first stitch, we're just going to take that off. So just go inside of it, go inside and just put it on the different needle. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna do one stitch. So it's a knit stitch that I'm gonna show you how to do. So put your needle in between over here and grab the back wall of the stitch, grab the yarn and pull it through. So go inside, grab the yarn and pull it through. Okay, so first stitch done. I'm just gonna, my end's a little too short. I should have left a little more. So again, this is a knit stitch. You grab, this is how to hold your hand. So hold the needle like this, other needle like this, and then put the yarn over your index finger. That's all you're gonna do. This way it's easy to grab. So go inside, grab the back wall. This is the back wall. This is the front wall. Grab the back wall and just pull it through. Okay, that's all. That's the knit stitch. Grab the, just go inside. This is actually the fastest way to knit. It's so convenient. This yarn is so pretty. It has a bit of a shimmer to it. Just looks so nice. Grab the back wall and pull through. Grab the back wall and pull through. That's it. Grab the back wall, pull through. Just keep going until there is only one stitch left, because the last stitch we always make a purl stitch. I'll show you how to do it, and that's because we want our sides to be very pretty also. and it gives you like almost a nice braid looking edge. Whoops. Get back on. Okay, last two. One. Okay, so I have only one stitch left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, so I had my yarn like this behind my work. So I'm gonna pull it in front of my work. I'm gonna go through my stitch and I'm gonna grab the front wall over here. And then I'm gonna bring the yarn this way and I'm gonna pull it like this. Okay, so one more time. You had your yarn here, bring it to the front, put the needle in between, bring the yarn this way and pull it through. So this is a purl stitch and I just want it on the edge. So now we rotate our work and we're gonna do the exact same stitch. We're gonna do a knit stitch all the way back. So the first one you take off this first one. This will give you a nice edge. And now you do the exact same thing. You go inside, you grab it, grab the yarn, take off, go inside, grab the yarn and take off, go inside, grab the yarn and take off. You normally don't see the pattern of what it's gonna look like the big picture, until a few rows in. But trust me, this one is going to be nice and beautiful. Okay, so keep going with your knits. This is one stitch, just keep going with the knit and knit and knit. And now that you got a hang of it, you can literally do it while you're watching TV, because it's just mechanical. And just keep going. Just keep going. You can do this over the weekend, so easy. Okay, this is, whoops. Oh, that was the last one. So the last one again is purl. So you bring your yarn to the front, you go inside, you bring the yarn to the right, and that's it. And then you just pull on it. Okay, so now we reverse again and we keep going. We keep doing the same thing. We're doing a knit stitch. Just grab the back wall and pull through. So keep going until you have about 80 centimeters, and then I will meet you back here. I've done 80 centimeters of the scarf, and I wanted to show you the last row. The last row is a bind off row. Some people call it cast off row. And here's how we're going to do it. So you take the first stitch off. The second stitch is a knit. Okay, so you have 2 stitches. And now all you're gonna do is grab the first stitch and pull the second stitch through it. And that's how you do the bind off. You already did 1 stitch. Let's continue. So now you go inside as if you were doing a knit. So you pull the knit stitch through, and now go into the first stitch and pull it through again. It's almost like doing two knits, one through each other. So just keep repeating that, and you're gonna have a nice little braid at the end. So you're gonna do a knit, slip this off, and then grab this one and slip it off this way. Slip it off. Let's keep going together until the end of the row. So slip through it, just another knit, and then slip this one through. And look at the nice braid you see at the top. Okay, just keep going and going and going. We're almost at the end. Yarn ends. Okay, and the last stitch, do the purl as always. Slip the second last one through. Pull this out a little bit. You can get rid of your needles now. Pull this out a little bit. I'm actually at the end of my yarn ball, but if you're not, you just need a couple of few centimeters, I'd say. Cut off the yarn. Grab your hook. So we're finished with the cast off. Grab your hook, and you can do it on the top edge or the side edge, it really doesn't matter. Grab your hook and follow to hide the yarn in the edge, just follow the pattern over here. So I'm gonna basically replicate this wall. So I'm gonna put the hook inside of the stitch and pull it through. And then for this one, I'm gonna put my hook inside of this stitch and pull it through. Same thing, I just follow this pattern, kind of hiding it inside. Just pull through. Just go a few times like that. I like to go 5 to 10. This yarn is a little bit slippery, so I'll give it a few more. Okay, that's it. And when you pull through it, it's all done. All you're gonna need is your yarn. Then you're gonna need a piece of cardstock, anything circular. I want my pom-pom to be about this size, so a circle around this size. You're gonna need some scissors and a pen. All you need to do is to outline the circle. You're gonna need a hole tool, but you can just draw that inside, okay? You're gonna need 2 of these. And all you need to do is just cut them out. I have my 2 circles. I did give it a bit of a wedge here. And all we have to do now is we put the 2 circles together. We take our yarn. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to wrap around the circles. Like this. Try to do it evenly so that your pom-pom is nice and straight. And we're gonna go back and forth about 3 times to make sure that the pom-pom is nice and fluffy. So keep going. Okay, I am coming to my 3rd layer, to the end of my 3rd layer. Just keep wrapping. Okay, it's getting a little tight here, so I'm gonna stop. Gonna cut off my yarn here. Now you're gonna need a bit of a string, so cut off about this much. And what you need to do now is to wedge your scissors between the 2 papers and start cutting the yarn. Okay, so here's what you should be doing. Your scissors are going inside here and just cutting. Don't worry, the yarn is not gonna slip out here. You can hold it with your thumb if you're afraid. But just cut this in a circle sure your scissors are sharp. Don't worry if you cut the paper a little bit, not a big deal. They have special tools to make pom-poms, but if you're planning to make many of them, I'd suggest getting it. But if this is just a one-off, or you don't want to buy or invest, this works just fine. Okay, so now you're just gonna put this string in between the paper. The string goes in between the paper, and all we're gonna do is tie the string here. Tie the string, make sure it's a tight knot, very tight. And now the papers can come out and you will have your pom-pom. Okay, I'm gonna do a tighter knot. You have to really squeeze it. Okay, so now you have your pom-pom. And what we're gonna do next is fluff it up, so shake, shake, shake. And now we're gonna even it out. So you'll see some strings. Oh, I lost a couple. Some strings, actually mine is in really good shape. But some strings could be a little bit longer than others, so you just trim them with your scissors to make sure you get a decent little even pom-pom. So just trim a few of them. And that's it. That's how you make pom-poms.